Hello and welcome to Lesson 4. In this lesson, you will learn about calling trump and scoring cards. You will learn each aspect of the card game pitch, starting with the general mechanics, then getting into the specific rules for the game, followed by some strategy tips that will help you win. The lesson will conclude with an example round of pitch to highlight calling trump, scoring cards, and the strategies that will help you win. In previous lessons, you've learned the formation of a trick, the following suit rule, the power of the trump suit, bidding, and going set. All these concepts will be seen again this lesson. The difference you will see in pitch is a little change to the following suit rule. In pitch, a player can choose to play a trump card at any time during gameplay, even when that player has a card in the suit that was led. Calling trump refers to a player that determines what the trump suit will be for the round. In the game pitch, the player that makes the highest bid will win the ability to choose the trump suit for the round. Scoring cards refer to specific cards in a deck that, if won in a trick, will result in points. You saw this in the first lesson with the card game Hearts. In Hearts, you tried to avoid the hearts and the queen of spades, which were the scoring cards, because they resulted in points. In pitch, it does not matter how many tricks you win, just that you win the tricks with the scoring cards. There are different variations to the card game pitch. This video will teach you how to play with 4 players playing individually for themselves. To play, you will need a standard 52 card deck. Each player is dealt 6 cards, 3 cards at a time. Pitch is a trick-taking game with the goal of winning tricks that contain point cards. A trick is won by the highest-ranking trump card. If no trump card is played, the trick is won by the highest-ranking card in the lead suit. The cards are ranked with ace being the highest and the 2s being the lowest, with the trump-suited cards outranking all other suited cards. There are 4 possible points each hand. 1 point for each the highest trump card, lowest trump card, the jack of trumps, and the game point. Some of the cards are assigned a value. An ace is worth 4 points, a king is 3 points, a queen is 2 points, a jack is 1 point, and a 10 is worth 10 points. At the end of a hand, each player adds up the card points taken. The player with the most card points is awarded the 1 game point. Players will bid on how many points they think they will take during the hand, or they can pass on bidding. The player that wins the bid plays the first card. The suit of the first card played is the trump suit for the round. The player left of the dealer is first to bid or pass. Player 2 will pass on bidding. The bidding moves left to player 3, who will bid 2. Player 4 passes and player 1 passes. Player 3 wins the bid at 2. Player 3 leads the first trick after winning the bid. Player 3 plays the ace of diamonds. This means that diamonds are the trump suit for this round. Players are required to follow suit or can choose to play trump when a non-trump suited card is led. Because trump was led here, players are required to follow the diamond if possible. Player 4 follows suit with the 7 of diamonds. Player 1 follows suit with the 9 of diamonds. Player 2 does not have any diamonds and can play any card. Player 2 plays the 5 of hearts. Player 3 wins this trick with the highest ranking card. The player that wins the trick leads the next trick. Player 3 leads the next trick with the 2 of hearts. Player 4 follows suit with the king of hearts. Although player 1 has 2 hearts in his hand, he can play the trump-suited jack of diamonds and does. Player 2 follows suit with the 8 of hearts, and player 1 wins the trick with the highest ranking card. Players continue to play until all cards have been played. At the end of the round, players count their point cards. Player 3 won the highest and lowest trump cards for 2 points. Player 1 wins a point for the jack of diamonds and gets the 1 game point for having the most card points. Player 1 has a total of 18 card points compared to the 10 for player 3 and the 10 for player 4. The scores are recorded, and the first player to an agreed upon amount, such as 10, wins the game. If a player does not make his bid, his score goes negative the amount that was bid. For example, if player 1 bids 3 points but only wins 2 points during the round, he would lose 3 points. The minimum amount a player can bid is 2. If multiple players tie for the most card points, no player receives the 1 game point. Only 24 of the 52 cards are dealt out during a round. This means that the ace of trump may not be the highest card and the 2 of trump may not be the lowest card. Also, the jack of trump may not be dealt out. If no jack is out, the point is not awarded. If multiple players get to the agreed upon amount of points or more after the same round, the player that bid wins, even if another player has more points. Take note when other players cannot follow the lead suit, especially when players cannot follow trump. When you have high non-trump cards, lead trump early in order to get other players' trump cards out. This will keep the other players from trumping your high non-trump card. If you have low non-trump cards, try to save 1 trump card to use when a 10 is played into a trick. The game begins with each player being dealt 6 cards, 3 cards at a time. Player 2 begins the bidding with a bid of 2. Player 3 passes, Player 4 passes, and Player 1 passes. Player 2 leads the first card for winning the bid. Player 2 leads the ace of hearts, making hearts the trump suit for the round. Each player follows the heart-led suit, and Player 2 wins the trick with the highest ranking card. Player 2 leads the next trick with the king of hearts. Player 3 is unable to follow suit and can play any card. Player 4 follows suit with the queen of hearts. Player 1 is unable to follow suit and can play any card. Player 2 wins the trick with the highest ranking card in the lead suit. The rest of the round goes as follows. At the end of the round, Player 2 gets 3 points with the highest trump card, lowest trump card, and 54 card points to win the game point. There was no jack of trump in this round. This wraps up Lesson 4. I would encourage you to play a few games of pitch to become familiar with the concepts of choosing trump and scoring cards. Lesson 5 will build on these concepts through the card game Euchre. Thanks for watching.